In this video, I'm going to show how to work a microscope. What are the procedures? One thing I did leave off in our other video, this thing called the condenser, and it's just something you can actually read about it. And let me just see if I can find, oops, I don't want that one. Underneath here is the condenser. It focuses the light through that little area right here. In fact, this is actually part of the condenser. And in the very bottom, and I don't have a good picture, is an area called the iris diaphragm. It's got a lever, and you can basically move the lever back and forth, and you can either close off the light going through the stage or let full light go through. So the condenser and the iris diaphragm are kind of put together as one part, and what it does is it focuses the light through that opening on the stage right there. Don't think I have another, it doesn't look like I have another view. That's okay. If we can't see it, then it won't be on the quiz. Now, if you, on your microscope outline, if you will go down to this point when you get ready to take your exam, you want to go over what's called the procedures. Microscope must be carried by two hands, one on the arm, one on the base. It's pretty self-explanatory there. You would clean things off with lens paper. We'll go through that later. Now, the one I really want to focus on is E. When you're finding something, you want to start with the low power lens first, or the scanning, which is not in your outline. Only going to ask what's in your outline. So you're going to start, I believe it was this view. There we go. There's the low power. It would be sitting right here. And then you would then use the coarse adjustment knob to move the stage up and down. Most of the time it's on the bottom, and you put a slide on there. You put it on the low power first, and you would rotate it up. If you use the longer objectives, they will actually break the slide. You'll hear this cracking noise. You see these, they're a lot longer, and they're harder to see because they're a higher magnification, so you'll go past whatever you're looking at. So that's the proper procedure. Always start with the low power objective first, and then you use the coarse adjustment knob there, and I don't know why it's not highlighted right there, to move the stage up or down. These are called parfocal microscopes. That means you do not have to lower the stage to raise to use a higher magnification. There's the high dry, and this is the oil. What you would do is once you find something on this setting, you can just rotate these in place, and yes, you will have to adjust the magnification because it's going to get blurry. But that's what parfocal means. You don't have to raise or lower the stage. You can just slide to a higher magnification. Use the fine adjustment knob with the larger objectives, the 100, the 40, the high dry, and the oil immersion to make the image more clear. If you're using oil immersion, you actually would have a slide here, and then you would find the image on a lower magnification. And then you would put a drop of oil right on the area what you're looking at, and you would slide this 100 right down, because the 100, the opening is so small that the light actually would go on each side of it. So the oil increases the surface area and helps focus the light through that really tiny opening in the oil immersion objective. You don't want to get oil on the other objectives. The field of view is what you're looking at on a slide. And I am doing this just like I would in class, I guess. I'm just going to pull this up. Yeah, this would be, there you go. If you were looking in a microscope, you'd see something like that. That's the field of view. In fact, see, that's even labeled. Field of view. And in this case, this is some microbes. Those are some cell shapes and arrangements we'd be looking at. This is a critter. But that's the field of view. It's when you're looking through the ocular and you're looking down through the microscope, it would look something like that. When you're finished, if you use oil, you would clean everything off. We have some cleaning solution for that. And then you would pick it up by the base and the arm, and you would return it back to the cabinet. Okay, and thank you for joining me for the procedures of the microscope.